What's going on, everybody? Welcome into a trade stream and I guess a watch party presented by Bet Online. Promo code BELIEVE, 50% rewards. This is going to be weird. Eric will be on in a second, figuring out his setup, his audio, but Josh Hart has been traded to the New York Knicks. Josh Hart is no longer a Portland Trail Blazer. Your Blazers are playing the Warriors right now. He got scratched late. Was on the floor for warm-ups, and then got taken off the floor, dapped up his teammates. We knew a trade was coming. Sean Highkin tweeted out that Josh Hart had left the floor, and everybody knew a trade was inevitably coming. And I had felt like Josh Hart to the Knicks was a likely option. The Knicks need rebounding help, and I even did a collaboration over on my NBA channel with Alex Tretoris from Knicks Fan TV. And I said, watch out for Josh Hart. He seems like a guy that could fit in New York. And it came true. So the Blazers are getting back a protected first-round pick and Cam Reddish. Eric will be on to discuss this. And we're going to maybe do a watch party for the rest of this. I don't know. I don't know how much of a post-game show we're doing tonight. Things kind of got thrown for a loop here. But yeah, Eric's setting up right now. I don't know what the protections are on the pick yet. I was scrambling to make a thumbnail, so I'm not entirely sure as to all the details. I think New York has to give another contract in this trade. We'll see who that other contract is. If it's a small contract, then I'm mad this trade didn't happen a couple days ago because the Blazers would have a $13 million TPE because they have a big enough TPE to absorb Cam Reddish. Kyle Wilson says, pick isn't legal. I don't know what that means. That doesn't make any sense. But yeah. Anyway, Hartenstein could be involved. We'll see. Twitter's been glitching out all day. We'll see what it is, though. All right. Okay. We got Eric. All right, cool. So, what's up? Hi. Trade
Hello.
stream, Eric. Trade has gone down. What's up?
Give me just a minute. I'm going to tweet and do all that stuff.
Yeah, tweet the stream out. Welcome to our watch party / trade alert stream.
Trying to watch the game too. Yeah.
I haven't even watched the game. By the way, that promo code right there, BELIEVE, BLEAV, 50% rewards. Yeah, let me cut the game on my phone, I guess. This is very weird. Normally it's in the morning, not 7 p.m. on a game night.
During warm-ups.
Yeah. So, the Blazers earlier today missed out on Jared Vanderbilt.
Right. Michael Kroll's $2 donation says, Jake Fisher said Isaiah Hartenstein. He said, just heard something, don't know if it's true. Hartenstein and Reddish. But he also didn't say there was a first involved either, so.
Yeah, so we're waiting on the details of this. Is this a good or bad trade? I mean, we don't know the details
We have
yet.
to know the details first. I am happy we got a first for him, even if it's a lottery-protected first.
Yes.
I think that's good value to maybe do something bigger tomorrow. I would love to maybe attach this first with Reddish and go get Caleb Martin or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Twitter's being such a pain today.
I know. This is like the worst day for Twitter to do all this. The Blazers actually started off up 12-4 in this game, so they actually got off to a fast start. Maybe Josh Hart getting traded woke them up a little bit. Kind of ironic. But yeah, me and Eric have been on the record as not the biggest Cam Reddish fans. There's a lot of people out there that believe in him. This will be a good case study. And it'll be interesting to see. I hope I'm wrong. I hope he ends up being the wing that the Blazers need. But haven't been the highest on him. He just hasn't panned out. Anyway. Warriors hit back-to-back threes. They're up 17-15. I got the live scoreboard up there for you guys as well. It's V, apparently, says Crushables. If it's V, I'm going to be very annoyed.
Yep.
Because the Blazers, if they did this trade 2 days ago, would have a $13 million trade exception. Instead, they'll have a $7 million trade exception. Because they have a TP big enough to absorb Svi and
they would
Cam
have had
Reddish.
a 13 million one.
Yep.
Cap guru, cap genius, Joe Cronin. Can't even figure that out.
Yeah, you would think Yeah, but obviously he was waiting on Vanderbilt. That's the only reason. And this was his backup plan.
But
I mean,
then he got worked in that because Ainge was obviously talking this bigger trade for a while.
That's the thing is, like, Ainge only got 1 first-round pick back from the Lakers. It's like, would the Lakers really have not given up a first in that trade without getting Vanderbilt? Like, couldn't have Ainge gotten 2 firsts? That's what I'm kind of baffled about.
Yep. Yeah, if we were getting a first from the Knicks, they could have. There's no way the Lakers would have said no if Vanderbilt wasn't there. They were still getting D'Angelo Russell and Malik Beasley. So, like, I don't understand. And they didn't even have to give up both of their first.
Yep. Apparently, Svi Mikhailuk is a Portland Trailblazer, according to Fred Katz on Twitter, who is the Knicks beat writer for The Athletic. So, probably.
Oh, we got some shooting.
Man, I don't want Svi Mikhailuk. Chat. All right, chat. What do you guys think of this trade? Are you happy? Are you mad? Are you sad? Are you okay? Let's do a Twitter poll. How do you feel about this trade? Happy? Sad?
And doing it right before warm-ups also,
Kinda
like,
lame.
if we lose this game because we didn't have enough players or, you know, depth or whatever, that's going to be brutal too.
I told you. So, you remember?
We're losing.
I mean, I'm not even really into this game at all. I need to fix your webcam alignment.
I need to center myself. I'm still.
Well, I can center you. You're centered now.
I'm not centered in my background anyway. So.
Whatever. Yeah, I'll just work with it. Yeah, so a couple weeks ago, I told you guys I was expecting disappointment at the trade deadline, and I don't trust Joe Cronin. I mean, he got a first back for Josh Hart. And Cam Reddish, take a flyer on him, I guess. It's not terrible, but it's nothing. Like, how do we get better from this, is my question. Like, what's the next step now, is my question. If the next step is we flip the Knicks pick to the Bulls for our pick back and then trade 2 future protected picks as part of a 3-team deal including this trade and get OG Anunoby or something, then it's a win. This trade is not a win unless there's a good follow-up move, okay? If there's not a good follow-up move, I'm not a fan. Hartenstein, they did not get. They got Svi Mikhailuk and Cam Reddish. Shaggy Squid says, C+ trade. In my opinion, I love Reddish, but needed more. Eric, right now, what would you grade this trade without knowing what the follow-up move is?
Okay. I look at it 2 ways. If you're giving up on this season and you're going to be a lottery team, plus you pick up a future first, I think this trade is maybe even a B+, but I don't see how we're giving up on the season right now, you know what I mean? So
giving up on the season is an F. you know, like...
right. So, but like having a future first to trade along with either a lottery pick or all our future first this summer, might be a solid move. I like that. If that's the thing, is to, you know, make an all-in move this summer. That definitely helps us there. But part of the problem, though, is we needed a contract like Hartenstein or Olynyk or someone that had money on the books this summer so that we could keep some of our players too in a big trade. So the fact that Svi and Reddish are both free agents this summer means we didn't pick up any contracts we could add to match a $44 million offer for Durant or whatever. So now we're talking about, you know, Sharp and Gary Payton and Nurk and, you know, Simons and all those guys. So,
Let me just say this. Eric Wilson in chat is saying Svi and Reddish for Hart is illegal. No, it is legal. They can take back $5 million plus because they're $7 million below the luxury tax, so the matching rules are a little looser.
Yeah.
So it is legal.
If this trade is made Monday, I'm maybe even giving it an A minus if we created a $13 million trade exception. Because that would have been, you could have validated that. Would you have a first to get any player basically making 13 million or less? But yeah, if we're just talking about winning this season, this is a trash trade. It's like at best a D minus in my opinion.
Yeah. Yep. Just in a vacuum right now, I grade this a C. I mean, it depends on the follow move. If there's no follow-up move, I grade it probably lower. If there is a good follow-up move because of it, I grade it higher. Right now, C.
100K record says he's taller than Hart. Yay. That's good, right? But he's a crappier rebounder, so what does it matter? He's a worse defender.
Why don't we just trade for frickin' Boban then? If that's what it's about, you know? That
4 seconds, hold up.
What? 4 seconds? What do you mean 4 seconds? On top of the first, or what? Oh, the Knicks are sending the Blazers a lottery-protected 2023 first-round pick that turns into 4 future second-round picks if not conveyed this year.
Is it their pick?
Yes.
That's not bad, dude.
But it's lottery-protected. We're going to be sitting here rooting for them to make the playoffs.
They're making the playoffs. They're making the playoffs.
Bro, if they lose in the play-in.
Yeah. But now they have Brunson, Hart, Randall, Hartenstein still. I mean,
I don't want to go through this again. It's literally last year, except instead of rooting for the Pelicans to miss the playoffs, we're rooting for the Knicks to make the playoffs. Now I'm a huge New York Knicks fan.
Brunson's going to get COVID the day of the play-in.
Oh, God. We're going to go through this again.
I mean, that's about as good of a pick you could have hoped for.
I mean, and it turns into 4 seconds, so okay. But it's like, why couldn't... Oh, God. I would have liked for it to have turned into, I don't know, another first behind that. That's crazy. I don't even know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
DJ Vega says, so we did or didn't get a trade exception. We would... I haven't done the math, but it's Josh Hart's contract minus Cam Reddish's contract.
Basically a $7 million trade exception.
Yeah, about $7 million, I think. Yeah. Yep. Plus 100,000. So, yeah, $7 million basically. That enough to get like Cody Martin if they gave him away.
Yeah, I mean, you could see them use that TPE and
like Keon for
Miami's in the tax, or no, they're not in the tax anymore because they dealt Dwayne Dedman.
Yeah, they got out of the tax.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I mean, it's better than the Wizards first and hoping they make the playoffs because I think.
Yeah, or the Pistons first is what I was worried it was. So I'm actually okay.
Or the Mavericks is. I mean, the Mavericks probably would have been guaranteed to convey, but it's probably going to be a worse pick.
Oh, we're also getting Ryan Arcidiacono.
So we took 2 minimums.
I guess.
Please tell me they both fit into the 3.3 trade exception.
No.
Or the it's minimum, right?
The minimum.
It's not a minimum, so it's
doesn't matter. So it doesn't count.
Yeah.
Da.
Wiggins is freaking.
Wiggins is what? Cooking? I'm not even paying.
He's just getting rebounds and.
Okay, so 50% of people are okay, 19% are mad, 19% are sad, 12% is happy. Okay, now I want you guys to grade it. I'm gonna do a poll for a grade for you guys.
I'm okay right now too. I'm with the 49%. What? I'm a few minutes behind. I just saw Dame to sharp alley-oop. Yeah.
You're way behind.
Yeah.
What the hell? I'm looking at a Taco Bell commercial.
Dude, I've been
I
trying
thought you
to
were
catch up.
reacting that to the Taco Bell commercial.
No. Yeah.
Like, damn, Eric must be really hungry.
No,
That's hilarious.
I had dinner before, made some nice dinner before my wife had to leave for work at 6. So.
Yeah, by the way, chat, we're coming out of the timeout. I think Eric might finally be going into the timeout.
Yep. Oh, no, I just saw Gary Payton score. Yep, timeout.
Okay, now you can fast forward and catch up with us. Because I guess we'll do some play-by-play commentary at some point. This is strange. Grade the trade. I like this trade.
We need this game too.
Yeah, I like this trade for the Knicks though, because one of their biggest weaknesses so far this year had been rebounding, and they get a guy that fits Tom Thibodeau, in my opinion. Great player to have off their bench. I like this move for them.
Did we maybe unlock something with Gary in the starting lineup too?
Maybe, yeah, he gets to start against his old team.
I mean, the energy was definitely better. The rebounding was sucked, but...
Well, yeah, that's the problem. What happens to our rebounding now, Eric? Dame, step back, miss. We're going to have to get synced at some point.
I think we're pretty synced.
Okay, cool. Been wanting Cam Reddish since last year. Better late than never. Yeah, I don't understand why people are in love with a dude that plays like over... Or what is his stats this year? Let me look him up. He doesn't rebound, doesn't pass... Doesn't shoot threes well.
Good follow, Sharp.
Sharp, you're the starting small forward now.
Someone asked me about, or asked us about, how is this different than the Plumlee for Nurk trade? I mean, Nurk was considered a much better player. He just was playing behind Jokic and didn't have a defined role on that team, and then kind of pouted about it too. But Cam just couldn't make it on the court on two different teams. So, yeah, if it was just one team, I think I maybe agree with some of you that maybe it's a flyer. I just think when you have Nas, Sharp, those kind of guys on the team right now, Keon, I just didn't think we needed another flyer right now on someone that we hope gets better.
No, I don't want Cam. I don't know if I even want Cam Reddish in the rotation.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens, but yeah, I'm sure we're gonna waive people too.
I assume Arcidiacono's getting waived.
Wait, if we got 3 for 1, we'd have to waive someone before.
What do you mean waive someone before?
Because we'd have 16 players. You can't waive someone from the trade. You have to waive someone to get your roster down to 15 to make the trade valid.
Well, here's the thing is, like, the trade probably is not getting sent through now. Portland has time to add on things to this deal with another team.
I'm just saying. I think, yeah. Don't be surprised if we give Greg Brown III the Scal treatment tomorrow and deal him for a top 55 protected second or something.
Well, here's my question. If you're Chicago, would you rather have Portland's lottery protected first through 2028, or would you rather have the New York Knicks first?
I don't know. I'd probably rather have Chicago's.
What do you mean Chicago's?
I'd rather have the Knicks. The Knicks, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that raises the question as to if you can flip that pick back for our first, and then all of a sudden stuff comes into play. Maybe you tack on third, fourth team onto this deal. Chicago, you swing that Knicks pick their way, get our pick back, and then you tack on, then you can maybe make a play for OG with 2 future firsts.
We got a New York fan, Rugs89, in chat. Can anyone list Hart's strengths and weaknesses? He is probably pound for pound, inch for inch, one of the best rebounders in the NBA. So that's his main strength. Decent defender if he's locked into the team concept, and has pretty good defenders around him, which he'll have some decent ones there in New York. And then can really push the ball in transition, gets to the hoop, gets 1 or 2 easy lay-ins a game just by attacking the defense. Hustle, effort, that kind of stuff, all strengths. This year in particular, shooting has been a major weakness for him. He's been very reluctant to shoot open shots, and then he started forcing shooting them, and he's just in his head about shooting. So last year when he came to the Blazers, it was a small sample size, but he shot the ball pretty well. Good start here, so maybe he'll shoot better going to a new team or whatever. Maybe just playing on a team where they need him a little to be more of a scorer than on the Blazers.
But he can play multiple roles. Like, that's the thing.
Yeah,
You can slot him in. I think he can guard a lot of bench power forwards. I think, he can guard bench guards. So he can defend multiple positions in a bench role, can bring the ball up the court. If he's able to regain confidence in his shot like he had last year when we played for us, then he can be a spot-up shooter, can cut. Like, he's basically just kind of a Swiss Army knife that it's been hard to start him because off the ball he hasn't worked out well, hasn't spaced the floor for Dame, Ant, Jeremy Grant, because teams know that he's scared to shoot a lot of times. He'll catch the ball and be wide open and kind of look around and then swing the ball or try and drive, even though he has a wide open three. So teams sag off him and play onto Dame, Ant drives. But that's the thing, if you have him in a bench role, I think it fits a little bit better, and he can kind of run the bench unit, and if he can regain that confidence in his shot, he's not that bad of a three-point shooter for his career, so, and will help New York with their rebounding issues, for sure. Mm-hmm. PJ Washington, maybe? Yeah, here's the thing, is Portland's going to stay out of the tax. Portland can easily, add on another team to this deal and flip even Cam Reddish. I wouldn't be 100% certain he stays here. Yeah. But the minimum contract can flip him, and you're at a $7 million deficit, so you can bring in a PJ Washington potentially and help save Charlotte money if that's what they're after. I don't think it is, but there is some interesting aspects that they could do with this trade.
Yeah.
We'll take Donos in a second, by the way. Go ahead.
Anyone under $7 million now becomes, if you can get them for a first round pick, that kind of opens things up. So, yeah.
Actually, anyone under 8.8, because we added, because basically we took Hart's salary, took it from 13 mil to $6 million in Reddish. And then if we add another player, that's adding a roster spot, so we could technically include a minimum.
What if this is the play, Tori? We got a first-round pick to attach to Nurk to get rid of his contract.
Oh, I would.
That Cronin just signed 7 months ago.
I would rage. I would rage. I would rage.
That's what Hyken just tweeted out.
I mean, no.
Guessing.
Hyken should stop guessing. Hyken should stop. Tweet about when players leave the court, because that's something you can see, right? Stop.
Yeah, Hart and Nurk for nothing.
Stop. Yeah, what the No, we'd be screwed. I would rage. You guys would see me rage like never before. If that happened. If we cap dumped Nurk 7 months after signing him to an extension, including a first-round pick, and we lost the only asset we got back from Josh Hart, we're basically just saying, well, we're not going to get better. That's basically saying we're tanking the rest of the year. I mean, but still, it's just, oh, God. No. Then this trade becomes an F, and that trade becomes a what's worse than an F? A G?
Oh, nice move, Trent. Yeah.
Anyway,
it doesn't give us flexibility, Caleb. It does not give us flexibility.
Learn the CBA before trying to tell us about flexibility.
You say that every freaking time. We will not be under the cap anytime in the near future to use that flexibility. So it does not do anything, even if we do manage to trade Nurk for an expiring contract or something.
Yeah, you need cap space in order to sign players. All we'd have is the MLE. If we have Nurkic, we still have the MLE. So that's what Cronin says. Well, if Cronin says that, then he doesn't know the CBA, and that's scary as a GM. He knows the CBA. I don't know. I just don't know what their plan is. I don't trust Cronin.
They were going to have $60 million in cap space, which wasn't even true.
Yeah, that's what they were preaching last year, and we didn't even end up using any cap space or having any cap space. We didn't even have that much, yeah. So I don't know how the Blazers are up 39-32 right now, but that's cool, I guess. But I saw a Knicks fan say Cam's motor is very inconsistent.
Walker's being nice. Oh, good finish, Jabari. Let's go.
Nice.
I don't know if this game even matters or if I want him to win or lose now. Because if we don't make another move, I'm going to be on Team Tank. Just to warn you, Tori.
Oh God, you're going to be Team Tank?
If we don't make another move outside of this, we just gave up on the season, and the Lakers got better. So how are we we're fighting with them for neither of us are in the 10th spot right now. So we have to jump not only them getting better, but multiple other teams just to get in the play-in. And we got worse. Like,
yeah,
I don't see how we can't be a tanking team at that point.
Yeah.
So there better be another move, is what I'm saying. Otherwise, I'm gonna
look at it this way. I don't know if this makes it better, but the Jared Vanderbilt, D'Angelo Russell, and Malik Beasley were only worth one first, and we got a first for Hart. So
yeah,
at least we're better than the Jazz and the Timberwolves. Well, that's the thing. The Lakers replaced the Jazz.
So, but we wouldn't have rather had Bando than Reddish?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because you're telling me Reddish, if earlier today we said we're getting Reddish and a first, we'll just flip those to you for Bando to the Jazz, they say no. And the Lakers don't do that trade with how little they had to give up.
Yeah, I feel like Cronin got played somehow by Pelinka.
Elliot Manning asks, hello, Myra Show. How can the Lakers afford the salaries of these players they just acquired? Please advise. They just traded out Russell Westbrook, who makes $45 million. So all the players, $47 million or whatever. So, yeah.
Yep. Anyway, do you have I can read the donos. I just wanted to, update a couple graphics.
I do not have them.
Yeah. Okay. Shaggy Squid said, with a $2 Australian donut, says, C+ trade, in my opinion. I love Reddish, but needed more. Yeah, that's kind of where everybody is. More people were B than D, but most people were C, so C+ seems to be the grade that the community gave him as well. Brendan Grabowski, $5 donut, says, Rise Cronin at the game. Shouldn't he be on phone calls? Really discouraging. Yeah, I don't really know why he needs to watch this game.
Well, like, he completed a trade like 5 minutes before the game, and he's not on the phone, whatever. He's got what?
Which is worrisome.
He's got 16 hours and 15 minutes. No, I did not buy a Hart jersey. I'm not that dumb. I wouldn't buy a jersey of someone who's in their last year of their contract.
So he made this trade and is just not even seeing what he can follow it up with?
That's why I'm worried. I'm worried, Tori.
God, I hate this GM, dude. I hate this GM, dude. I don't care if you like Cam Reddish and want to keep him. Do your due diligence. You don't need to sit courtside like a freaking fan. You're the GM of the team. Be the GM of the team. Like, go do your due diligence and see if you can turn it into something better. Do your job. You can watch 81 games a year. The trade deadline's tomorrow.
Brett Conway and everyone else saying that. So the first round pick is lottery protected. So if the Knicks make the playoffs, whatever pick they get, let's say they're let's find out, what pick are they currently?
The Knicks?
Yeah, I'm on Take-a-thon. I got it. New York is currently the 19th pick. Okay.
Yeah.
So if that held up, like if it was today, the playoffs started, they were the 19th pick. So the Blazers would just get the 19th pick, and then that trade would be finished. If the Knicks somehow fall into the play-in or out of the playoffs and don't make it as the 7th or 8th seed, then that pick does not go to us. They keep it. So if it's like the 12th pick, they would keep it. And then we would then get 4 seconds, I guess, instead, which is a lot of seconds, but 4 seconds is pretty much, I mean, that's not anywhere near as good as the first. So, that's the case. We don't get like 4 picks on top of the first or anything, but
yeah. I'm gonna read Woj's article and see if there's anything insightful in that in regards to the Blazers' thoughts.
Was that all the donations or no?
No.
Okay.
Shop Brian Tadovich Ardono says, how much money do we have now? What do you mean money? Money below the luxury tax? We have to cut guys, so it's kind of fluid. There's not like a set amount, but we have a little bit more.
Yeah, we're roughly, very rough estimate, about 4 million under. I'm guessing if we're waiving people, we're going to waive and stretch them. because that's what we do. We want more dead money on the books for the next couple of years, right? But yeah, usually when you trade for someone and waive them, you stretch them unless you're under the cap, so it doesn't matter. And then yeah, but yeah, it's definitely fluid.
I don't think Jody cares just as long as we're under the tax.
Yeah, exactly.
So somebody said, Eric Olson said, Jody is happy then. I don't think she cares just as long as we're under the tax. I don't think she cares if we're 1 million or 4 million under. Shout out to Fast Break Report. $5 donut says a future of Sharp and Reddish has the potential to be scary if done correctly. You should not include Reddish with Sharp. Reddish has been in the league for 4 years now and has never been good. He'll be good for a half occasionally, but he's basically Eric. Is he not a worse version of Nasir Little at this point?
Absolutely. And he's a free agent at the end of this year, so
free agent, inconsistent motor, like
they're probably not going to pay him unless he does good, and if he does good, we're going to overpay him, and then you're relying on someone who's been completely unreliable in his first 4 years to become reliable, and that's scary as well.
We traded one of our hardest playing dudes for a dude with an inconsistent motor who's about to be a free agent too.
Yeah,
like who shoots a worse 3-point percentage than Josh Hart, I think, so far this year.
And let's not get it twisted. If it's fine if you believe in Reddish and think he could still become something in the NBA, that's totally cool. Like I'm not blaming you. For me, I just think this particular roster didn't need another one of those guys, but that's certainly a valid statement. But if you're trying to tell us that Reddish is good and he's for sure good, or like he's like absolutely 100% a hidden gem and is going to bust out and stuff like that, I just think that's wishful thinking, and there's no way to justify that other than you're just hoping that someone who was a very high recruit coming out of high school and a big name, played at Duke and all that stuff, becomes what he was supposed to become. But with all that talent...
Who have we done that with, though? Who have we done that with? Nick Stauskas, Mario Hezonja, Thomas Robinson? Did any of those guys pan out?
I mean, like, the best was probably Maurice Harkless, and like
he was a 15th
he wasn't even like great, you know?
But he had a motor. Like, it wasn't fully consistent, but he had a motor. That's the thing. Is like, hope Cam proves us wrong. I mean, we're definitely not wrong in the fact that he has not been good in his NBA career so far. What we could be wrong in is if he'll be good, which I don't have much faith in. That's where we could be wrong, absolutely. But to this point, there is no shadow of a doubt that he has not been good in his NBA career. He's been in 2 different stops. New York gave up a first for him and then was willing to trade him for nothing. That should say a lot to you, okay? Reddish, what is Reddish good at? For all the people that love Cam Reddish, what is he good at? He's inefficient. Shoots 30% from 3. Doesn't pass. Averages 1 assist per game in 22 minutes this year. 1.2 assists per game in 24 minutes for his career.
He had one.
Doesn't rebound.
One good playoff game.
Eric, this year, he's averaging 1.5 rebounds in 22 minutes as a small forward. Yes, let's play him with Jeremy Grant and see how that goes. That'll be fun.
They average 5 rebounds together with how athletic and long those two are. Yeah.
Yep. So cool. So what is he good at? He can drive and finish. This year, he's shooting 55% from 2. But before that, Eric, the 3 years before that, 43% from 2, 46% from 2, 44% from 2. To me, he is essentially a worse passing version of Justice Winslow with maybe a little more upside. Mm-hmm. And maybe a little better shooter. Like, he's just, I don't know. Like, he just hasn't been good. And I talked to Alex from Knicks Fan TV, and he was basically saying there's, some, like, concerns about how dedicated he is to the game, and, like, I'm paraphrasing, so my bad if I mess this up, but basically it was like Reddish thinks he's a star, wants to be a star without being willing to put in the work necessary to be a star. Mm-hmm. Like, that's something that's been talked about amongst Knicks fans.
I don't think there's any question if you just look at someone who hasn't panned out despite how talented he is, that's absolutely the case.
Yeah. I mean, I did a video with him on NBA Uprise. If you guys go to our NBA Uprise channel, subscribe. Let's get to 1,000 subs, but it's linked in the description box below. If you go to that channel, you can find that video in that conversation. I brought up Josh Hart in that conversation. I said I feel like Josh Hart could end up in a Knicks uniform. Mm-hmm. So,
well, I mean, we've been saying that on this channel for weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And that was basically the template. It wasn't necessarily Cam Reddish, but this is how we are going to get something better, was trading Hart to the Knicks for a third team. But unfortunately,
it was supposed to be a part of a Vanderbilt deal with Utah being the third team, unfortunately.
But if you're talking about anything such as Siakam now, or the major pipe dream, wishful thinking is KD becomes available tomorrow, we now have to include Simons in those trades. Now can't do it without Simons. So
why can't we if the trade's not finalized?
Well, I mean, I guess we could rework it, but I'm just assuming that it's fine. But we needed Hart's $13 million. But if this trade gets finalized separately, I should say that with that.
Yay. Okay, more donos. Thank you to everybody for donating. I appreciate your support. It means a lot. Shout out to Emma Lam, $5 dono, says, I think it's time for the Blazers. What were we going to say?
I think I caught up to where I can see the donations now. So,
put back slam from you Drew Banks, and he's screaming.
Mountain Dew Banks, let's go. All right, you can read Emma Lom's.
Caden, I agree. I would have loved Hartenstein. What's up, man? Emma Lom, $5 dono says, I think it's time for the Blazers to go big for a home run, and it's not OG or Siakam, it's Durant. I think this opens the door for Nasir to start also. Yeah, basically what Eric just said. If he becomes available, you have to do your due diligence and look at it, man. I don't like this trade without a follow-up move in the next, 18 hours? I don't like this move without a follow-up move. Not happy without a follow-up move. We'll see. I would love to move this Knicks pick so I don't have to root for the Knicks for the rest of the year like they're the Blazers, because that just sounds super stressful.
Let's just say KD becomes available and this trade goes through as is before that. Mm-hmm. So basically, we're talking Simons, Nurk, Sharp, and trade this Knicks pick to the Bulls to get our first back and give them 4 firsts or something.
Yeah,
that's probably what you have to do if you want KD.
I would love to flip this for our first back to include in a follow-up trade if that follow-up trade's good. Because obviously you then can protect your future picks and don't have to unprotect the first this year to go out and get someone.
Well, not getting Hartenstein back too. Okay, let's just say we traded Nurk and we freed up our future first. So we trade Nurk and 3 firsts for OG. Then who the heck's playing center?
No idea.
Drew.
Who knows where they'd come into? Who knows where he'd come to? Oh, there's a tweet. I need to stop reading Cam Reddish tweets.
Shout out to Michael V, I think was next with the $2 donation. Brunson was happy to have Hart playoffs incoming. Yeah, that was funny because they had a back and forth this morning. And also, Mikal Bridges is now jealous that Brunson and Hart are reunited Villanova boys back in New York. And I think he wants to be a part of that now.
So I just saw a tweet talking about how if Cam Reddish can regain his 2020 to 2021 form, he'd slide in nicely into that starting small forward slot. I just looked at his stats for that year. He shot 36% from the field and 26% from 3. What are we talking about? What? If he recaptures the form from a season where he shot 36% from the field and 26% from 3, he's nice as the starting 3, huh? Really? I thought the problem was Josh Hart can't shoot well enough because he's not confident enough in shooting 32% from 3.
Oh, Anthony, why are you fouling a 3-point shooter?
Makes no sense. I don't understand. I don't understand.
Elliot with $9, I think that's pounds, donation. It's almost 4 a.m. here in the UK. Hope all is well, lads. What would you do in this position going to the deadline tomorrow with everything we have acquired today? I'd still be looking. I know the Heat had interest in Cam Reddish, so I would immediately call them and see if there's any way you could get Caleb Martin for. I mean, I guess if you have to give up that first, I'd probably do it still, but I would be trying to get Caleb Martin without Reddish in like 4 seconds for Caleb Martin and keep that first.
Yeah.
So I'd probably be making moves like that. Still, all the other players outside of Vanderbilt that we've talked about are still technically in play, whether that's PJ Washington or several other players. So I'd still be looking at that. There would possibly be a way now to get someone like Alex Caruso, but we don't really need another guard defender. We need more length,
Wow, damn. Yeah.
Nice shot.
Can I? Can we? Wait. Can we finish on this?
Yeah.
Okay.
That
Did
was
you read Michael's? Oh, you read Elliot's. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you responded to it. No, I thought. Okay. I just want to make sure we get through these.
I've been reading donations.
Okay. Sorry. I'm like trying to do 3 things right now. Bren, and I just want this off the table. Bren Grabowski is the latest donor. Thank you, Ben, with a $5 donor. Says, we traded our best rebounder for Cam Reddish. Oof. Yeah, we traded a great rebounding wing for a terrible rebounding wing. Let's go. Rebounding doesn't matter when you don't make the other team miss shots, right, Eric?
Yeah.
Anyway, okay, we're caught up on donuts. Sorry to interrupt you. Go.
No, I mean, I was pretty much done.
Cool. Dude, I'm sad about trading Josh Hart, not gonna lie. I like Josh Hart a lot.
Eubanks just got posterized and one.
He got
not
posterized by Dante
not stolen yet.
DiVincenzo.
Yeah, I mean Connolly, their GM, who they paid a ton of money to steal out of Denver. He might be worst GM of the year at this point.
Yes.
He gave up D'Angelo Russell for some seconds and Mike Conley, which I mean Conley's a decent stable point guard, but he's not the answer for them long term. And I think if you were going to trade Russell, you had to figure out more of a long-term solution than just stabilizing this year, because who cares? You're not winning the championship this year anyway. Yeah. That's not a charge. Screw that. But yeah, and then obviously the Gobert trade's been a freaking disaster. So, and they traded Wiggins and a first that ended up being Jonathan Kuminga, the 7th pick in the draft, for to get D'Angelo Russell.
So they traded Kuminga and Wiggins for Conley in seconds.
Yeah, horrible value. So that's weird. And then Ainge is always thought of to be this freaking genius, but then he does stupid stuff too. So I don't know. It's kind of like Daryl Morey with me. It's they're thought of so highly, but they don't seem to ever finish what they do. You know what I mean? They make a good move and they're set up so well, and then they do something dumb. So yeah.
Here comes the collapse because we can't deal with the trap. If only we had a short roll wing playmaker.
Oh, don't worry. Cam Reddish is that. Yeah, every GM does stupid stuff. I know. Just.
We're going to be down by halftime. Anyway, we'll have a live stream tomorrow morning for trade deadline. Jordan Poole to tie the game off. Tori's getting more and more annoyed as time goes on. Yeah. Doesn't help that we're playing the Warriors right now and had a good start and are struggling now. Yay, mid-range step back. Good rebound, Trendon. Just shoot it, you're open. No, good pass, actually. Off. Here come the bricks. Clay for 3 in the lead. In and out.
Ooh.
Resynced.
Pretty much.
Cool.
I'm like a second behind. It's just not.
Dame
Unfortunately, I
against
can't.
Wiggins, that's a block.
I can't focus very much right now.
Yeah, neither can I. I'm just, filling in the air. I don't even know what to say, man. There better be a follow-up to move tomorrow. If you're just joining us, I'm not happy with this trade unless there's a follow-up move.
Dr. Acula says, can we get Wemby? I mean, so here's the deal with Wemby. Even if we do tank, we're not getting into the bottom 3, so that's the 14% chance if you're in the bottom 3. So like last year was probably the most realistic scenario, where we're like 6th or 7th is, I mean, even that would be tough right now. And we're not going to outright tank like we did last year and lose 20 out of 22 or whatever it was. So, so, I mean, best case scenario, we're talking like 5 or 6% chance at Wemby, but probably, 2 or 3%, even if we lose a bunch of games. So, yeah, Wemby's pretty much, it's either we get super lucky and win a lottery as, a further back lottery team, or we, wouldn't get him. But yeah, I mean, that'd be really fun if that happened. But I mean, it's not something that you can plan for or use as a strategy. And if anyone did do that strategy, they do not deserve to be the GM if that's their strategy in the Portland Trailblazers position right now.
I am getting more annoyed, Eric, and I don't know why. And it's not just this game.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like there's not going to be a follow-up move. And then we're going to sit there and act like we got better by getting Cam Reddish, and we also got a first, and it's going to be compared to the Nurkic trade.
Flexibility.
Yeah, with a $7 million... Bro, oh my God. Okay, if days after letting a $6.5 million trade exception expire, if Cronin preaches the flexibility of having a $7 million trade exception, when if he used the $6.5 million trade exception to create a $13 million trade exception instead, if he's sitting there preaching about that trade exception, I'm going to be very annoyed. Ciao, Kyle Wilson, $5 dono, says, so the same people who want Nurk traded for scraps are hyped about a guy with major motor problems? Why is our media a bunch of hypocritical yes men? Thank you, Kyle Wilson, for the $5 dono. Well, they just don't watch other teams enough, is what it is. If Cam Reddish had been here and was named Yusuf Nurkic, they'd be raging about him. But, he plays in New York. They don't watch a ton of Knicks games, and they know him from him being a highly recruited high school recruit, from him being a lottery pick, and him not working out in Atlanta and New York can easily be looked at as, oh, he has all this potential, he just hasn't found the right spot yet. That's the easiest thing to do. And that's how they look at it. Any guy that used to be a lottery pick that hasn't panned out in the first 3 to 4 years, the Blazers media always looks at as like some guy that can be fixed here and we can get the most out of him and has a bunch of upside.
Mm-hmm. What you got on that call? I'm not on a call. I'm here by myself with the kids, and it's 8 o'clock, so it's bedtime. So I'm gonna have to go here at halftime for a minute to go put them to bed. And I was just telling them to go brush their teeth and get ready for bed. Okay,
I actually got to run for like 2 minutes, so I'm gonna run now, and then I come back, and then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna read this Kyle Wilson donation. $5 donation from.
I just read it.
Oh, you did read it? Okay, yeah. Sorry. Yeah,
it's all good.
Sorry. Yeah,
all good.
I didn't hear. How do we get the New York pick? What do you mean? It's lottery protected. So if they make the playoffs, we get it. If they don't, we lose it. We get 4 seconds. Aeromancer wishes Obi would be a Blazer. Yeah. I don't know. Crazy question. Would you trade Billups for Nate McMillan? Absolutely not. That team is revolting against him and they hate him and he's probably going to get fired. So they can probably just pick him up as an assistant coach if they really want Nate McMillan. But no, I don't. Ron David Morales says, I think we need Matthijs. Yeah, Thibault. We need another guard with no length that can defend, right, but can't shoot. So that's probably where it's at. Yep. Knicks fans feel robbed. I mean, he's somewhat lengthy, but I'm saying he's not like 6'8" or 6'9", you know? Like that's the problem. I'm sick of hearing people say we don't have anyone over 6'9". What is Bill supposed to do on defense? And then if we trade for a freaking 6'5" guy, like that's what I mean. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. So, I mean, how does he get minutes with Gary Payton and Simons and Ant and all that stuff? You know, like I'd rather just develop Keon as that defender. I don't know. We need depth in the front court, not another freaking shooting guard that can't shoot. Because we just picked one up today. What is going on in this game? Is Jalen McDaniels still possible? I mean, maybe. I mean, just so you guys know, I'm gonna get. Hold on, I'm getting the exact ones. All right, he's 6'8" with shoes, so I mean, he measured at 6'6.5". So, if you want to call him 6'8", sure, but that's not how tall he is.
I'm very annoyed at that last call, Eric.
Which one?
The block call.
Yeah.
What the hell is a defender supposed to do? You beat the guy to the spot. You're in front of him. He lowers his shoulder and just runs into you, and it's a foul on you. What are you supposed to do to play defense in this freaking league? That's so stupid. Oh, God.
Isn't this the channel that's in love with standing reach? I mean, that's when Tori does like standing reach.
Yeah,
but
because
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what your standing reach is if you're not good using it. Like,
yeah. Like, it's not just size. That's what I've always preached. So, but yeah, standing reach, I think, matters a little bit more than height. You grab rebounds by reaching up. You don't grab them with the top of your head. You can test shots by reaching up. A lot of length is, you block shots by reaching up. Tough move.
Oh, yeah, we're losing at halftime. And, we only gave up 27 in the first quarter, but we've given up 37 in the second, right? If my math's correct. About to be 40, probably. Oh, did we foul him? And one?
Fouled and one on a three?
41 at the buzzer.
Pathetic. God, I hate this team, dude. Nice. Sick. Good job. Way to foul another 3-point shooter. Let's just keep doing that. Just for fun.
Did they not call a foul?
Maybe it wasn't in time. That was a kick out.
Yeah. Call that. Challenge that, Chauncey.
If Chauncey doesn't challenge that, I'm throwing something.
Okay. Yeah, if they called that one.
We're going to halftime, so what happened? Oh, you can't challenge it. Oh, they didn't call a foul, so you can't even challenge it because it's a no call.
Right.
Dude. How many times am I going to get punched in the face metaphorically today? Because this game is doing it to me right now. That trade kind of did it to me. It's a little slap in the face just to wake me up. The Lakers trade was a freaking heavyweight boxer punch through my skull. So what's next, Eric?
I don't know. Oh, sorry, I forgot who this was, but someone asked, would you rather have done nothing or do this trade? That was Eric Olson.
The fact that that's a debate is the problem, is that we always have to settle for mediocrity in everything.
Guys, so unless this trade gets turned into something else, like somehow it's not official yet and we add stuff to it by the morning, but Cronin's just sitting there at the game watching. How is he adding something to this trade? Or like whatever, like it would already be reported if we were adding something, right?
Well, I mean, maybe tomorrow. Maybe he has something that hasn't leaked yet that he has planned. I don't know, man.
No, but that would be like ongoing negotiations, right? That wouldn't be, if it was agreed upon already, that would have been part of this trade already.
Or it could have been we'll call you back in the morning.
But, I mean, this trade's going to be official first thing when, I don't know.
But it has to be official first thing in the morning.
I don't know.
I mean, a lot of these GMs operate on East Coast time too, so it's like 11 p.m. I mean, who knows?
Do you think any GM sleeps tonight? I wouldn't sleep.
You wouldn't sleep?
No.
I mean, I don't sleep usually the night before our trade deadline streams, but that's because I'm doing graphics and such, which I still gotta do. So short, abridged version of the post game show tonight, probably. And if people on the post-game show are like, I want more talk about the trade, well, they should have tuned in for this stream. And we'll just point them back to this stream, I guess. What's up, Will? What do you think, Will?
But here, let me just say what I was going to say, though. Okay, let's just say this trade is official and goes down, and then there was a follow-up move, right?
Yeah.
Now, how do you trade for anyone making more than $7 million? You'd have to give up Gary Payton, or some sort of like Nas and Winslow package and Keon. But we're not trading those three for Nerlens Noel, for example. Yeah, I doubt we're trading those three for like Jay Crowder or whatever. So this pretty much eliminates any of those guys.
Well, I just think that if they make a follow-up move, that they're not going to make this trade official and they're going to try and lump it in. Like, we hear it all the time where deals are wait to be made official. Sometimes it's a week, with like the Anthony Davis trade.
But why wouldn't they just, because like the timing of it, I don't know, the timing of it doesn't make sense for it to be that, because like the other trade, like Brooklyn asked Dallas to wait for a couple hours and then they couldn't get something done with Brooklyn, so they made it official. But
I don't know. I mean, maybe part of it is that we're playing tonight and like Hart was gonna play and then he gets taken off the court, and you know what I mean? Like, if we have something in place and he's taken off the court, that's likely going to leak.
Hyperprime with a $5 donation. Is there a chance this trade was agreed upon last night before the ROCO exemption expired, so it's worth more that we didn't know yet? I don't know what you're asking, but no.
I know what he's asking.
It's expired, so no, there's no chance.
Yeah, it has to be official with the league office before it expires, and it expired 2 days ago.
Yeah,
not
yesterday. Monday. Yeah.
So, like you have to call the trade into the league while you still have that trade exception. You can't like agree and then call it in later, but we verbally agreed back then, so we still get to use it. So, yeah. No chance of that. Solid question, I guess, because maybe some people were wondering that. But no, it didn't expire yesterday. It expired 2 days ago. Shout out Ben Grabowski with the $2 donor says, Cronin is going to have a good night's sleep, SMH. Yeah, Cronin's probably sleeping tonight.
Warriors 12 of 25 from 3. Blazers 3 of 14.
Cam Reddish will help us with that, right?
Yep.
I can't wait for lineups
Oh,
featuring
look.
Cam Reddish, Justice Winslow, and
The halftime crew, Brooke and Michael Holton, can have a fancy PDX design for their setup, but we can't even get a PDX court to go along with our jerseys.
yeah, because that would be too good. I'm telling you, Eric, everything with this franchise has to be mediocre, right? We got cool PDX carpet jerseys. Nope, can't have a court. That'd be too nice.
You have to
don't
play
deserve that.
You have to play on a red floor that makes no sense, and it's
with
like
your green
clashing
jerseys.
and yeah.
No, yeah. Well, that's what, we're the Blazers, so of course that's how it's going to be. We don't get a cool court. We can't even get a cool court, dude. We can't get anything. We're sitting here asking just for a court that matches our freaking carpet jerseys. I mean, just think about that. Carpet jerseys. We just want a floor that matches the carpet. We can't even get a floor that matches the carpet. That's terrible interior design right there.
Yeah. Yeah, great, babe. And yeah, I know. I agree that the Blazers have to legally make an open roster spot. So maybe we have hope, I guess.
Shout to Zach, $2 donut says, just got to have class thoughts on the trade. I'm not happy unless there's a follow-up move tomorrow. I'm not like super mad if there's not a follow-up move tomorrow, but I'm not happy at all.
Yeah, and this kind of ties into what so people are saying, like, isn't it better to get something for Hart? Absolutely. If you weren't planning on re-signing him, if you were planning on re-signing him, or if you were planning on like making the playoffs this year, I think you just made it way harder though. So, yeah. Cam is 6'8" in shoes, not actually 6'8". That's like saying Dame is like 6'4". Or Keon 6'5" when he's 6'2.5".
Yep.
I mean,
so
Trevor says blame Jody, not Cronin, because he's an owner who's doing the bare minimum to run this team. I mean,
she don't make the moves.
Yeah, I mean, it's very clear. I was the first person to say this, even when we got hard capped. Gary Payton night, we were not going in the tax this year, and everyone was like, "No, we're going in the tax this summer." Like, watch. I even bet someone that a certain move would happen. Like, they told me that we would for sure go in the tax, and I bet them lunch that we would not be a tax team.
I want free lunches.
Yeah.
Man.
And I also bet that person double or nothing that Vanderbilt would be a Blazer. And now he owes me 2 lunches. Thank you. I'll take both of those. I was actually kind of worried this last week that I was going to not get a free lunch, but now I still have 2. Yeah, so I guess that's the only silver lining.
Good for you.
Yeah.
At least you got something out of today.
But no, this trade makes us worse this year. We're a bad rebounding team. We got worse rebounding. We're a bad defensive team. I mean, you could maybe make the argument that Reddish will be a little bit better defender than Hart because he hasn't been great, but I mean, that's very negligible or questionable whether that's true or not. We're probably going to waive the 2 minimum contracts, so like 7th Street Productions jokes, but we got Shvi. Like, that doesn't even matter because I don't think those guys are even going to stick around on the roster. Like I said, we'll probably stretch them so we have their dead money on the book for 3 years. So we got a first. So, like, it's still possible we make a move that makes us better than Hart. And we're going for it this year still. So I'll hold judgment for another 15 hours and 40 minutes until that is official, whether we're basically deciding to punt another year of Dame's prime or are actually going for it and are just setting up another move. So I don't know. I don't like the idea of just trading Hart for something if you don't have a plan in mind. And that's the problem. It's always like, oh, we got to do this and we have flexibility this summer. And then it's like, oh, what do you mean, like, we're supposed to build a contender? Like, that takes time to do, and it's really hard. And then it just keeps on giving excuses. And actually, yeah, I was going to wait, but I'm going to do it now.
Okay.
I'm going to go on a little rant. Timestamp this, someone.
Okay, let me save this first because it's going to play that little glong thing. And yeah, there it is. All right, go. Go off.
All right. Preface this by saying this has nothing to do with Olshey. I do not want Olshey as the GM. I am not apologizing or making excuses for Neil Olshey. Screw that guy. I'm glad he's off the team. He's a piece of crap. Get the heck out of here. This is not defending Neil Olshey. But if you continue to make excuses for Joe Cronin, for Neil Olshey, you are just, I mean, you are giving him a pass for no reason. We have 16 players on our roster. 10 of the 16 are players that Cronin has brought in or traded for since he became the GM. 10 out of the 16. Out of the 6 remaining, 2 of those, both on minimum contracts, Greg Brown and Trendon Watford, are the only 2 you can say Cronin has nothing to do with, because the other 4, Damian Lillard, he gave a contract extension to. Nasir Little, he gave a contract extension to. Anthony Simons and Yusuf Nurkic, he both gave new contracts to. That's 14 out of the 16 players Joe Cronin decided to keep around or put on this roster himself. He's the one who made this roster undersized. He's the one who did all this stuff, all these moves, decided to have Drew Eubanks as the backup center and not have a legit 7-footer to protect in case Yusuf Nurkic missed a little bit of time. He's the one who hasn't gotten a legit backup forward or anything like that. He's the one now that traded Hart for a project small forward who's been a complete waste of talent in the NBA so far. So don't give me this crap that he's still hamstrung by Neil Olshey. That is an excuse, and it's lazy, and it's letting him off the hook for moves that he is fully responsible for. Now, if he does something well tomorrow, I will sit here and praise him. But do not give me this crap that there's nothing he can do to build a contender or a better roster around Damian Lillard. Because freaking Rob Pelinka, this dude is trash, Rob Pelinka. And he managed to not only get rid of Russell Westbrook and his sorry ass, but he got rid of him and only had to give up 1 out of 2 first-round picks. He didn't even have to give up both first-round picks, and added 3 legit rotation players that are going to help them maybe win a title, right? For one, like, it was even protected, right? Yeah. It was protected.
Yeah.
Rob Pelinka, one of the worst GMs of all time, managed to get that deal done for LeBron James. And we can't do shit with our roster? Are you kidding me? The best we can do is Josh Hart for Cam Reddish. You know what I mean? Like, he got their team, Jared Vanderbilt. He got him Malik Beasley. They needed shooting. They got one of the best volume shooters in the NBA. They needed defense. They needed a guy who can play the 4-5 next to AD. Jared Vanderbilt's the perfect fit with AD because AD doesn't want to play the 5, so you can just say, oh, Vanderbilt's playing the 5, right? And then they got a legit point guard. They didn't have a point guard. D'Angelo Russell kills in the pick and roll off 3-point shooting. I saw some tweets from Laker fans today mentioning that, and he's going to freaking cook in that offense, and he's going to be really good. And he got all 3 of them, and he didn't even have to give up both of their future picks, right? And we can't even do crap. We can't even get Dame a legit starting player, like a rotation player. We have to hope the guy we got becomes a rotation player, right? Like, we can't even get an actual rotation player for giving one up. And yet they got Rui too. Thank you, Chris Brandlin. They got Rui on top of that for 3 seconds, right?
Yeah.
And if we would have gotten Rui, we had a trade exception. We could have gotten him, right?
Mm-hmm.
How much money did Rui make, Tori?
$6 million.
How much are we under the tax now?
About $6 million. We have a couple guys minimums we can throw into because we have, you know, too many players now. So
we could have gotten
stay under the tax and gotten Rui for 2 seconds.
And for the record, Washington asked if we would take him for 2 seconds instead of 3. We said no because we didn't want to go in the tax. But just like the frickin' trade's last trade deadline, now we are out of the tax, so we could have made a move like that. We could have used that trade exception on Monday, gone into the tax if we were planning to do something like this, and then found a way out of it by Thursday.
But Cronin can't negotiate if he's ever in the tax because he does, you know, just too much leverage against him. He can't handle that.
Then they look desperate. I'm not saying Rui's great or I wanted him or anything like that. I'm just saying we made our roster worse while other teams were giving excuses to Cronin for doing things that other GMs get done all the freaking time. Like I freaking hate Kyrie. Screw him. But, you know, Dallas got Luka a second all-star, like a starting all-star, like an all-NBA level player if he's bought in. And they didn't give up a ton for him. They gave it 1 first and a couple players. So this is my problem. It's like we don't want to. We don't want to. And I'm sick of the excuses. Once again, Cronin could save the day tomorrow, pull off an OG trade or something, and we'll be here thinking we're better. And we have a chance this year. Great. I hope that happens because if we're sitting here with this right now, I'm telling you, we are just wasting this man Damian Lillard's prime. And he's at the peak of his powers. He's averaging like 31 freaking points a game. And we can't get him any freaking help other than dumping our starting small forward for a project. Like, come on, man. Come on.
Yeah.
And I got to go put my kids to bed. I'll be back.
All right.
With
Thank
that,
you,
I'm out.
Eric. Nice. Well done. So I saw a comment earlier saying, yeah, I like this team a lot better without Josh Hart and Yusuf Nurkic, both of whom aren't playing tonight. We give up 67 points in the first half to a team without their best player, who has been very poor on the road this year. They were on pace for 134 points at halftime. How do you like this team better now? How are you happy with this team now? I don't understand that. And that's literally your 2 best rebounders, too. Do you not care about rebounding? Did Drew Eubanks just hit a 3? Who just hit that 3? Papermaker, what's up? What do you mean, come on, Tori? Yeah, small sample size, but you say you like this team better on a small sample size. I mean, I'm watching the game, too. I don't know how you like this team better. Rant hit that 3? Okay, I don't know why the camera showed Eubanks running back. Yes, I know, Carson. I know, but your name is not Carson on your YouTube. But yeah, I agree with everything Eric said. I mean, he even extended Trendon Watford, so Greg Brown's the only guy he didn't have anything to do with. I mean, but this team can't defend. It's not the best rebounding team. Dame for 3, short. Dame's missing tonight. Unfortunate. Good pass, Ant. Good cut. Damn. Randall Pink Floyd. Dame... How many years have people said that? Dame's going to demand out this summer if things don't change. Well, things haven't changed for years, and he hasn't changed, so I don't know why you'd expect that. Poole hit a 3. I mean, we can't play a lick of freaking defense. I don't know how you like this team better. They gave the 3 to the wrong team. Who's going to rebound without Hart? Great question. I mean, we're not a great rebounding team. And he was the guy that kept us afloat a lot of times rebounding the ball. I missed your dono? Oh, yeah. Let me thank the donos. Thank you for reminding me. Papermaker. Shout out Zach. I don't remember if we read this, but $2 donut. Just gotta have class thoughts on the trade. I did read that. Okay. Yeah. I want a follow-up move. Shout out Pat Mac, $5 dono, says Reddish was highly touted by Mike Schmitz in 2019. Maybe that fed into this move a little. Regardless, love the stream, guys. Thank you, Pat Mac, for the $5 dono. Yeah, so that's the thing, though, is like he had potential coming into the league, but his work ethic and motor are questionable. That's the thing is guys that come into the league as highly touted prospects. A lot of the times, their commitment to the game is the biggest factor in if they pan out or not. So a guy comes into the league, all this natural talent, and then doesn't develop. You shouldn't evaluate him the same way 4 years later as you did in 2019 because he's proven to you that he isn't willing to work to become a better player. Like, he should be better by now if he was putting in the amount of work you would expect him to put in. So that's my whole problem with that line of thinking. Thank you, Artelli, for a $2 dono. Says, I think Cronin has been worse than Olshey so far. I mean, Cronin hasn't been good. He's been bad, but... Oh, Cronin said that we're not going to be trying too hard to contend this year with Dame, so it's fine that we're not trying to contend this year with Dame. It's like he basically said, yeah, I'm not going to be that good in terms of putting a roster that's competitive on the floor this year, and people are like, oh, okay, you said you weren't going to be that good. That means it's okay that you're not that good. That's fine. Thank you for telling us. We like you for that. What? I'm tired of all the excuses like Cronin said this wasn't supposed to be a year we were supposed to do anything. Cronin said this wasn't a year to contend. Cronin said this was just a building year or this or that. I don't like using that as an excuse for him. That's just a cop-out. It's a PR move. Because Olshey was too confident in some of his moves, and now Cronin is not confident at all. Then shout out to Tony Hupel with the $5 dono. Says, more legit and well-informed rants, please. Keep up the great work. Yeah, that was a well-spoken rant from Eric. I can't follow that up. Well done. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing is when people criticize the roster in the past, they would always say, Olshey built this roster. Olshey built this roster. Now when they criticize the roster, it's always, oh, well, Cronin was hamstrung by Olshey. But, I mean, Eric was spot on. Cronin has made a lot of decisions with the players that are in the rotation this year. And then PDX Papermaker with a $5 dono says, Eric, I love you. Don't ever change. Rant. Eric for GM. I would like Eric as a GM. Appreciate it, Carson, a.k.a. PDX Papermaker. Yeah. Tori, do you like rum and coke? I could use a rum and coke right now, man. DJ Vegas says, I would not like either of you as GM. No offense. Well, I wouldn't like you as a GM either, so that's fine. We'll have a post-game show tonight as well. I don't know if we'll stream through the entirety of this game. This kind of is a watch party now. I mean, we're in the middle of the third quarter? Down 7, looking like another L. Looking like maybe a tanking season again. I love it. Tori, are we able to take Gafford without sending a player out now? Yes. But, I mean, we have a hole at our starting small forward spot. That's a more pressing need than backup center, and this franchise seemingly loves Drew Eubanks. At this point, I expect Drew Eubanks to be the backup center next year. You should be worried about whether he's the starting center or not, let alone replacing him. Trevor Williams says Keith Smith tweet is interesting. He says the Blazers have to waive someone unless converted into a 3-team trade. Who could that be? I have no idea because like everybody's playing tonight except for Greg Brown. Maybe it'd be Greg Brown, but that's how you know this trade isn't official because you'd hear it. Cyclone says at Torrey Jones, name some possible upgrades we could still trade for tomorrow as a follow-up. I mean, OG, Siakam, like anybody we could technically trade for. I don't know who we'd go after. But if you could flip this New York Knicks first to get our first round pick back from Chicago, then a bunch of stuff comes into play. You can trade for future firsts. Shout Brendan Grabowski, $5 donut, says Reddish fell out of the rotation on December 3rd and hasn't played since. Yeah, he's not impressive. I don't get what people see in him. Anyway, here's what our Let me put in our payroll. Oh, it's not updating. I have to set it to manual, don't I? Yeah, manual. All right, so that salary number, of course, isn't correct anymore, but we do have 16 players on the roster plus 2 two-ways. So in order to make the trade go through, we have to have enough roster spots, so we have to waive someone, or we're going to attach it into a 3-team trade, is what it's going to be. So until a player's waived, that's how you know it's not finalized. But Cam Reddish, $8.1 million qualifying offer for restricted free agency. I mean, I don't know if I want to give him that $8.1 million qualifying offer. I don't think I want to pay him $8 million next year, unless he just sets the world on fire and completely changes as a player in Portland. Dame, sidestep 3, bang. Portland's down 2. I guess we'll do some commentary for the rest of this game. Derp Jones says, with a $3 dono, can we get Bol Bol or Mo Bamba tomorrow? I would not count on getting Bol Bol. Mo Bamba, just isn't... I mean, he can't get minutes for the Magic. Like, why are we sitting here like, oh, I hope we can get this player that doesn't play for this mid to bad team? That's where our expectations are at, where it's like we want guys to play 12 minutes per game on a bad Magic's team. A bad Magic team. Frozen Moon, that wasn't true. Bomba's like Reddish, but at least he has size, if only plus side, if it were to happen. Well, Bomba's a much better shooter than Reddish, and he's a big. So I'd rather, have Bamba than Reddish at this point. Do I still want Jalen McDaniels? I mean, I don't really know what our plan is this year. I mean, sure, he'd be nice, but not for the asset it'd take to give up to get him, which is probably that Knicks pick. Mac Mole? Yeah, it is weird. Very weird. Keon for Wiseman? Warriors don't do that. Why would the Warriors do that? Even with filler, like what filler are you going to add that makes it so the Warriors would want to give up on Wiseman, who they drafted with the 2nd overall pick, for a project wing? When, if anything, they might need another big man. Crushables, what's up, Crush? Says, I'm sick of playing 2 timelines, to be honest. Need to go all in or just rebuild, I feel like. Dame should be our timeline, and this trade does nothing if this is it. Yeah, I mean, that's exactly why I'd be frustrated if there's not a follow-up move. Kyle Wilson says, Tori, can we flip the Knicks pick to get our pick back from Chicago? Absolutely. I don't know which pick the Bulls would like more, but maybe it'd be the Knicks pick. Maybe you can throw in Keon Johnson to the Bulls and they'll take the Knicks pick plus Keon to trade our pick back. I mean, I would definitely take a look at that. Cam Reddish be flipped? I mean, nothing is set in stone with this trade because it's not official yet. If the trade becomes official, then you can't attach Cam Reddish's salary in order to match anything via trade. Like if you're trading for Siakam and he's making $35 million, right? Ant's making $25 million. Ant plus Reddish would match, except after trading for Cam Reddish, there's a period of time where you can't combine a salary with other salaries to match. So basically, it wouldn't work with Reddish plus Anthony Simons after the Knicks-Blazers trade becomes official. You could lump that into a 3-team deal and make things work that way, because then it'd be Hart and Simons outgoing to match Siakam, hypothetically. This is just a hypothetical. So that's why if there's a follow-up move, I don't think this trade becomes official. But, I mean, Cronin's sitting here watching this game. So I don't know. I don't think we should expect something. Good finish from Nas. It is a tie game. I mean, Blazers are in this. Warriors playing without Steph. Blazers seem to be playing a little better defensively this... Not really. They've given up, 17 points in 8 minutes? That's not good. It's better than last quarter, where they couldn't stop a thing. Poole's cooking them. Kick out Dante DiVincenzo. Wide open three. Good, because we don't defend the three-point line. Or we don't defend anything, actually. Well, Blazers play without Steph every game, so that's true. But, we have a guy who's been better than Steph this year. Blazers down 87-84. Dame comes off a screen, and Draymond, I think that was, just levels Trent Watford. Good flop, T. Watt. Saying Hart has no value is silly. Like, the value in this trade isn't bad. The value in this trade is not bad for the Blazers. I don't think Reddish has any value, but the first-round pick for Hart is reasonable. It's not about that. It's about, how does this make us better? Like, what is our plan? Because this isn't like an entire plan. This isn't like if we traded for Siakam and then it's like, oh, we think we're contenders now because we got Siakam with Grant, with Simons or whatever, and with Dame. Right? Like, that would be the culmination of something. This isn't the culmination of anything. So that's my whole thing with this deal. If there's a good follow-up move if there's a good follow-up move because of it, then I'm sitting here saying, okay, I'm happy you made that move because it resulted in this. That's the thing, though, is what is the final product of this year's trade deadline? We don't know yet. If this is it, I'm unhappy. Because it's not... please be all right, Dame. It's not culminating in anything productive if this is the final part of this trade. Maybe it sets us up for something in the offseason, but what does it set us up for? Crushables, yes. Tanking can't be the answer. You can't throw away a season like this with Dame playing like this. Absolutely not. We've been throwing away seasons with him for years. Like, what's the plan to take a risk to give this man the best roster he's ever had? He has a couple nice pieces, like Ant... I think is as good as CJ was, or close to it. And then you got Grant, who's the best forward Dame's played with since Aldridge. So you got pieces. Like, what's the plan? The plan was Vanderbilt, and he lost out. And I'm confused how he lost out, because I think you can do that Lakers trade, and the Jazz can still get a first without giving the Lakers Vanderbilt. And then they could have probably gotten a first. They probably could have gotten this Knicks first and Reddish for Vanderbilt and gotten 2 firsts out of it and Reddish. So I think Cronin missed a chance there, potentially. Because it's not like the Lakers had leverage. They were trading Russell Westbrook. They're desperate. That's what makes this even harder to stomach, is what they did today. Blazers actually up 1 now. Sharp cuts, bad pass from Jeremy Grant. 2.5 minutes left in the third quarter. Did Ainge duck him? Maybe. I mean, they've talked. So, no. I don't think so. Maybe Cronin has a better plan for the first than Vanderbilt. Maybe. But that's my entire point, AJ, is like, there has to be a good follow-up move for me to be okay or happy with this trade. I mean, if he flips and, like, fleeces... If he flips this and fleeces Toronto for OG somehow because of this trade, then we're joyful tomorrow, you know? Then we're happy. Grape Ape said Christian Wood was just pulled from the game and hugged everyone. JK, don't do fake stuff like that. We have a rule against that on trade deadline day. You will be hidden. We don't play around with that. Don't take over a stream of 400 people to make me look on Twitter and see if that's true or not. Please don't. By the way, tomorrow we'll have Twitter feeds on the screen as long as Twitter still works, because Twitter has been glitchy today. But yeah, I was just about to go check Twitter because I believed you. My mistake. Whoops. Oh, what happened to this graphic? Okay, there we go. I need to move, like... Can I move my camera down? Yeah, I need to move my solo webcam down. You guys want me to commentate the rest of this game or continue to talk about this trade? What do you want? I'll commentate the rest of the quarter. Nas hesitates and then shoots a wide open three and cashes it in. He was looking like Josh Hart for a second, then he actually made the three, so good for him. Trevor Williams? You'd maybe have to consider that. Does it make us that much better, though? I don't know. Dame for three, short. Like, I don't know. I'd want to pair Siakam with Grant, with Dame, with Ant, somehow. Blazers 93, Warriors 91. Klay Thompson drives, gets a layup to go. Not much resistance in the paint there. Tie game again. Austin, I've talked about it a lot. You can scrub back in the stream. Eric's been here. Eric will be back. Anyway, Dame drives, kicks it to Warriors defender. Bad pass. Blazers getting a little sloppy. This Ty Jerome just drives right by Nasir Little and gets a layup. Ty Jerome just absolutely cooked Nasir Little. I mean, we have a hole at the small forward spot because our young small forward that's supposed to be really good defensively just is not good defensively. Not consistent. He just got cooked by Ty Jerome, man. Come on. Warriors up 95-93. Pass to Watford. He drives, throws a lob to... Oh my goodness. I don't have the energy to react properly to that. What the hell did I just watch? End of the quarter. That was impressive. From Sharp. And then a foul to give, I think. At least I hope. Sharp like jumped up on his back. What a pass from Watford. Threw a lob to Sharp running baseline. His head was at the rim. Now he's screaming, and I'm sad that he's not in the dunk contest. Mac Mall? Maybe. Maybe I start a new stream, though. Inbound to Clay. Can't keep his dribble. Kicks it out to Ty Jerome, who pump fake Sharp off his feet. Missed the three, though. Yeah, it was filthy. 95-95. I mean, if we could play a little bit of defense, like hold them to 80. Imagine if we could hold them to freaking 80 points. We're still having a good offensive game. I'm just tired of having teams that play no defense. All I want is... Wouldn't it be weird, Blazer fans, to have a team that plays like the 8th best defense in the league or the 9th best defense in the league? Wouldn't that be strange for like entire season just to have a defense at that level? Because we're so used to this crap. Keon and Greg Brown III aren't on the bench. I mean, Keon and the Knicks first to Chicago for something. As far as the post-game show goes, I might like run it, but just have Eric solo it because I still got to build graphics for tonight. I've been building these graphics. So team info, we'll have to update that salary-wise. So I need to update this and add the two guys that we added. So I'm actually going to do that right now. Let's see how fast I can do it. But I'm going to have somebody helping me update these payrolls tomorrow, and then I'll have like trade graphics as well. That's the plan. Keon is out injured. Yeah, I mean, maybe he's actually injured. I don't know. Trevor, yeah, that probably makes the most sense. I honestly have struggled watching the game. I think Eric's paid more attention to it than me. Farrell, Sharp dropped out, unfortunately. That was weird. 8 a.m. tomorrow. Yeah, that's what it's looking like. Maybe slightly later, considering the Blazers already traded Josh Hart. We'll see. I have a couple people helping me with graphics right now. Huge shout out to Mateo and Chase, who have helped me. And then Krish might help me tonight. Unfortunately, Krish can't work it tomorrow, so I'm going to have Mateo helping me out tomorrow. At the very least, maybe Chase as well. Most work I've ever put into a graphics package for a big stream. Like having payroll sheets, draft pick sheets, and team info sheets for every team is a lot. We're not trading Ant. We'll trade Ant now. That's so random. What? I don't understand why you think that. Last year there was nearly 1K people in the stream. At the start of the season, the first 4 games of the year when we were 4-0, we were getting 1K or close to 1K. So I'm hoping. Anyway, 95-95, 11:30 left. We'll definitely stream the rest of this game and do this play-by-play. Jabari with the ball getting hacked by Draymond. Good job, Jabari being strong. Forcing the foul. Thank you, Joey. Appreciate you, man. Blazers struggling to get the ball inbound. They get it to Watford. Watford gets it stripped from behind. And the Warriors pick it up on the sideline. It's a dunk. Trendon got to be stronger with the ball, man. Stop being soft. Got to be stronger with it than that. You can't get that poked free. So sloppy. 17 turnovers. Yeah, I mean, we're missing a ball handler. Ant gonna ISO against Ty Jerome. He's struggling in this game. He kicks it to Watford. Or no, that's Jabari who drives right into a block and one. Good job, Jabari. I was gonna lose my mind. If you remember that Wiggins Grant block call that they had earlier in the game, I was gonna be mad if they called that a charge because that was the same exact play. I think both of those should be charges. Just as long as it's consistent, though, fine. Good play by Jabari. Jabari's done some solid things tonight. Love to see it. 98-97, Blazers up 1. Got DiVincenzo kicking to Kuminga, kicking to Clay, back to Ty Jerome. He's going to drive. Kicking to a wide-open DiVincenzo. Just move the ball and we're out of position. Great rebound by Jabari over Clay. And ahead to Watford, posting up in the paint, and it's an offensive foul on the seal, which is, I did not see it. Ant has 1 good game out of 10. You are tripping. Just stop. You are tripping. Well, no, that's not true. Man. He wouldn't be averaging good stats and efficiency on the season if that was the case. Y'all just say stuff. Warriors missed the shot. Sharp's rebounded the ball well tonight. We love to see that. Trevor, that's not Nurk either. Nobody on this team only has 1 good game out of 10. Other than maybe Justice Winslow. Ant drives. Floater. It's a block, and it's an and one, and he says, shut your hating mouth. Watch them overturn this now. I mean, yeah, it's a good drive, good finish, bang bang call. I don't know, guys have games where they shoot the ball bad. Dame has games like that, man. Can we chill? That doesn't mean he only plays good 1 out of every 10 games. I'm dropping my phone. Wingstop looks good. Damn. I need to order food. I'm definitely just going to have Eric solo the postgame. I'm going to do the intro, and then I'm going to let him solo the postgame. Oh, he's back.
Hello.
Hi, did you hear what I was saying? I'm thinking about
Yeah.
just letting you solo the post game for like 45 minutes. Are
Okay.
you okay with that as I
Yeah.
work on graphics that I still need to finish?
Sure.
Luckily, I got some help tonight. Let me put your camera back up here. Luckily, I got some help tonight. Chase and Mateo, shout out to them. Krish, I haven't been able to get in contact with them like at all. He's just been MIA and he's not able to help tomorrow, so it might be a little bit of a challenge. We'll see. We'll see. Trying to do our best. Have you been watching the game still?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. What are your thoughts right now on this game?
Couple of and ones. Get this lead. That was nice.
I think they're going to overturn the ant call. I think they're challenging it.
They already challenged. They
Oh,
already
did
used
they?
their challenge earlier on that Jeremy Grant leg kick. They don't have a challenge.
Oh. Cool.
Yeah, so
Good
they
job,
can't
Ant.
overturn it. Yeah.
Good job, Ant. Yeah. Because it was a bang bang call. I'm sure they wish they had their challenge. Let's recap the last 365 days. Blazers trade their team for nothing. Yep. Anyway. Jesse, you need to catch up then, because at least he realizes he's behind in stream. It's always funny when people comment and you can tell that they're like 20 minutes behind. They're commenting on something we talked about 20 minutes ago.
You guys are right. Ant and Hart are the best players in the NBA. Yeah, I'm sure someone actually said that without hearing
Yeah,
it.
no, basically either Ant can only play one out of every 10 games well, or he's the best player in the NBA, no in between. He either sucks 9 out of 10 games, or he's the best player ever. Everything has to be exaggerated and extreme.
And Terry asks, why do you think I think Chauncey is reluctant to give Jabari more than 15 to 20 minutes? Because he's a second round rookie who at times has struggled when he's gotten minutes.
Yeah.
He's played really well tonight, but let's not act like he had been doing a lot. I mean, you guys know my reaction from when we drafted Jabari. I was stoked. And he's maybe now the key to actually rebounding still. Pulled down a tough rebound with a guy out of position a few minutes ago. But yeah, I like the way he's playing tonight. I like the way he plays team defense and can keep guys in front of him and move his feet. Grab that. Okay.
I think I'm a little ahead of you, but I'll commentate. Ant.
I know how to fix it. I'll fix it at the next time
Okay,
out.
cool. Trendon floater, nice. Trendon's done some good things today. He's also done some really bad things, but that is par for the course for Trendon Watford.
Yeah, but anyways, with Jabari, I felt like this year there was a point where our bench was just absolutely struggling and we had a bunch of injuries. And I felt that's when Billups should have given him a chance earlier in the season. And then he went back to him after that stretch when he should have played him and then played him like randomly. And he didn't play well. And then he got out of the rotation again. And then shout out to him when he did get another opportunity. After that, he had a couple of good games and actually was in the rotation for a few games again.
How is that a foul on Nas, bruh? Sorry, go on.
Challenge. Have we? I don't think we've used our challenge, have we?
No, but that was one of those where both guys were contacting each other, so they're not going to overturn it.
But yeah, so, but then he started struggling again too.
Was pretty good.
Was having trouble finishing and stuff like that. So, I think he just got to be a little bit. I mean, no one's really been consistent outside some of our main guys, but yeah, I mean, I like what I see tonight. If he plays like this, it's going to be good.
Yeah, Ant kick Jabari Walker for 3. Bang.
Let's go.
Good timing.
Right on cue.
Dude, if Jabari can start hitting those threes, then I'm
Yeah.
very comfortable playing him.
Yeah.
Good D from Trendon, and you're not allowed to play defense in the NBA. Oh, my God.
But I do like what I've seen in Jabari. I do think he can be a rotation player in the NBA. And I do hope he gets a legit shot. I just don't know
Yeah.
how much it's going to be right now.
Yeah. I don't know why the scoreboard's the Bucks game. I can't even fix it, unfortunately, so I don't know what's going on, but I can't fix it. It's just gone. Strange.
I'd say he does two things really well, Eric. Rebounding is definitely one of them, but I think he has a lot of like glue tendencies. So like just like makes the right pass, doesn't try to force things too much, is usually in the right position, just really smart. I like that. Yeah.
I mean, I could try. Hold on, let me try and fix this.
Finish that. Good finish, Watt.
Oh, I'm missing the game because of the scoreboard. Yeah, we're playing the Warriors right now, if anyone's confused. Blazers up 6. Who just blew that layup? Was that Poole? Wow.
It was Poole, yeah.
Ant in transition, driving against Wiggins. Terrible kick-out pass.
Right
Stolen by DiVincenzo, and it's going to be a dunk. Yeah, Ant got to be better with the turnovers. Like, if he misses good shots, like, okay, cool, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It's the decision making that is what I care about most, because sometimes guys aren't going to make shots, sometimes guys are. Like you just got to shoot the good shots that are there. Ant off of Watford pick and roll. Watford doesn't roll, so Ant has to isolate late in the clock. Good crossover, almost dunks on Draymond, and he got fouled and no call.
Foul? Are you kidding me?
Of course not. The Warriors get every freaking call because they're the Warriors. Poole's a wide open three, and that's good. Yep. Pathetic freaking referees, man.
What the heck?
How the hell was that not a foul? And Poole's being corny as hell because he's a freaking...
You're losing, buddy.
God, I don't like Jordan Poole. Weirdo.
What the hell was that? I'm not going to show it again, huh?
I would love to see it again.
That was a freaking great move.
Yeah, great move. I like that he tried to dunk on him. I mean, it's what you want from Ant. I think he got fouled. Anyway, what do I... HTML file is what I need to try. Where's HTML? HTML. Or is it a... Oh, it's a browser source, isn't it?
Mavericks beating the Clippers by 9 right now.
How's Kyrie doing?
I don't know. I just saw him hit a jumper. Score is 108-107 Blazers.
Don't worry about this yet. Hold on. Okay.
Yeah, Blazers up to 20 turnovers.
The Blazers game isn't even on this graphic, so I don't know what happened. No Blazer game on this graphic. Is this last night's scores? Oh, these are last night's scores. Great, so it reverted back to last night. Sick. It was fine, and now it's back to last night. I don't know why it does that. There's no fix for that. It's just random. It doesn't make sense. So
I guess, Tori, last 4 games, Anthony's done nothing. So I just went back and looked. 4 games ago at Washington, 33 points, 6 assists, 1 turnover on 11 of 19 shooting, 9 of 12 from 3. That's trash. That's nothing. Get the frick out of here, you stupid idiots in chat. Come on, dude. Like, can we stop? Can we stop, dude? You guys are gonna freaking piss me off. Like, criticize the player. Criticize him. Say he's got to cut those turnovers out. But don't say he's done nothing for 4 games. Like, come on, dude. Like, you're just a hater. That's just hating, man. Come on. Like, if you don't like a player, criticize him. Do your thing. But don't spread misinformation and act like someone's like complete trash and does nothing. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Be better than that.
You can literally go look at his game log. I don't know where
you're getting that from. 3 games ago, 27 points on 10 of 18 shooting. So, yeah.
But he only has a good game out of every 10.
5 assists, 1 turnover.
It's 2 games in a row. Wow. So that means he has to have 18
games
in a
Last game
row.
He had 21 on 8 of 16 shooting. So, damn, he shot 50%. That's terrible. 5 assists, 2 turnovers. Like,
yeah, stop hating, dude. Ridiculous. Annoying as hell. Trendon traveled. What? I don't think that was a travel.
Turnover out of timeout. Nice.
Can we call that on Jordan Poole when he catches the ball on the perimeter? Because he travels, I swear, every time he catches the ball on the perimeter. I don't care where you work. You come in here with bad takes. I don't even know if it was you. I didn't even see the take Eric respond to. Warriors have the lead now. Anyway, 109-108.
Finish that game. Good finish.
Oh, you're ahead of me now. Can you pause potentially for 3 seconds? Like 2.5? Just try like 2.5.
Poole is driving on it.
Finished.
Now you're a second ahead. That's just...
Yeah, it's really tough. I wish I could pause. It would be easier, but... You want to try it again?
Dame's got the high horns.
Yep, screen from Watford. Pull up. 3 off. We good now?
You're a second ahead, but...
Oh, you can try and do it again if you want.
I'm just going to wait until there's a time to do it.
Poole hits a step back 3 over Jeremy Grant. What a shot.
Down 4 now.
We're going to lose. I can commentate it a second later.
Why can't... Is Gary Payton at his minutes restriction?
I guess so. Grant's going to drive, takes the contact, finishes. Good move from
Good
Grant.
finish. I like when he goes towards the basket and doesn't fade away.
Yep. Need more of that.
Oh, so now you're changing the goalpost, Frozen Moon? Whatever, dude.
Blazers get a stop. Entered into Watford in the post against Ty Jerome, who pulls the chair, and Watford finishes. Good job keeping his balance. I mean, that was a good decision by Jerome there. Watford almost fell out of bounds. Yeah, almost traveled, but way to keep his balance. Good finish from him.
Good finish.
Watford is just such a mixed bag, man. He's such a mixed bag. Drives me crazy.
Well, I mean, do you want him to take less shot or more shots than Dame too? Like,
Who are you talking about?
Ant? People are saying he only shoots high percentage because he doesn't shoot that much.
Wait, so you want him to do what you guys complained about CJ doing, which is hijack the offense and take lower percentage shots?
Apparently.
Do you guys know what you want? Because I swear, I feel like all these people criticize CJ too. Because normally it's the same people that criticize CJ criticize Ant. Anyway, there, no score, but...
Yeah, I mean, if you want to talk about his contributions to the 29th or 30th ranked defense or whatever the heck we are now, abysmal defense the last couple months, that's fair game. Like do that. But there's, like I've said many times, like anyone who says someone is either trash or the GOAT or awesome or whatever, like there's a whole middle ground of very good, good, average, mid, below average. You know, like there's different levels people can be.
Anyway, out of the timeout, Blazers hit ahead. Jeremy Grant gonna drive, go strong, and finish, and one. You said you like strong Jeremy Grant, Eric.
Yes,
Were we able to get synced during that? We kind of forgot, didn't we?
That was funny. It showed some guy in the crowd going.
You should fast forward it and pause it on his free throw, and then I'll let you know when he's releasing it. Like, try and pause it when he's releasing it. I don't know if you have time to. Oh, he already released it. We didn't see the release because root.
I got 430, 429, 428.
Still a second ahead. That sucks.
Okay. I'm just going to go ahead and I'll just not say anything.
Yeah, I just don't. Yeah, I know it's tough. I can maybe stream it in Discord.
415, 414, 413.
Okay, you're like exactly two ahead.
2 ahead?
Yeah.
Ooh, how did that not go?
He's going to drive, miss, rebound Dame. Yeah, I don't know how that didn't go. That's crazy.
The problem
Blazers
is
up 3.
when I pause, it takes like 2 seconds for it to
Yeah.
unpause.
And
Yeah.
I can't pause. Dame gets flattened on his back, but isn't going to get a call because, of course, he's not. In transition, they're going to get a open Clay 3. That's off. Clay's missed a couple high-quality shots. Less than 4 minutes remaining. Blazers 117, Warriors 114. Timeout Blazers. You want me to just stream it in?
No, that's good. I'm pretty much lined up.
Okay, cool. I won't touch it or anything. Yeah, it just sucks getting synced. By the way, hit that like button. It helps out the channel. It's the least y'all could do. It's just by clicking that like button, you know? Appreciate it. Thank you for doing that for us. 27 for 28 from the line is pretty nice, Eric.
Yep. Getting the line a lot. Thank you, AJ. Appreciate it.
Yeah, if you guys don't like us asking for likes, come in and like everything all the time, and then we don't have to. Because I don't ask for likes enough.
Antonio says Shaden's had a good game, actually, both rookies. Yeah, I agree. They were very key. Our second unit actually didn't get too bad at any point in this game. Everyone was wondering where Justice and Nurk were last game. There they are.
Yeah. I wonder how much Josh Hart going off against the Knicks in our first game for us last year maybe caught the Knicks' eye. Probably not, but...
Do you guys think any team offered better for Hart? Not in terms of like a first-round pick. Probably could have gotten a better player.
Stream
But
froze for 2 seconds. Are you kidding me? 36, 35, 34, 33. Dame's going to get contact, no call. 31. Nas swing to Jeremy Grant in the corner. He missed a fourth quarter
good
3.
rebound,
Surprise.
Trendon.
Good rebound by Trendon, and Simon's getting in on that. Dame's going to drive, kick to Simons. Barely catches it. Drive, kick out. Nasir Little for 3. Off. Would have been a huge make for Nas. Would have been a great make for Nas. Poole against Grant. Got Dame switched on to him. Every Blazer's going to reach, and I don't know what happened, but the Blazers got the ball now.
I think Nas got a piece of it.
Good job, Nas, then. Ant, front court. Clay defending. 3 minutes left. Pick and roll with Watford. Ant's
Good
going
pass.
to drive. Good
Oh,
pass to
airball.
Watford, and he
Jeez.
airballs it.
Wow.
Airball the floater.
That's
Clay.
usually money.
Yeah. Clay to Dre to Poole. What a move. Oh my god, Poole's getting saucy and misses it. Good D by Nas staying with that because that was shifty as hell.
Yeah.
Um,
Dame wants to pull.
yeah, Dame, front court, gonna drive
Good
on
pass
Wiggins. Good pass. And
Jeremy gets no call.
how is that not a freaking foul? You gotta be...
Stop ball.
Nobody stop ball. Kick out. Dante. Wiggins. Open 3.
Got to get that rebound, Nas.
Damn. You being ahead is tough.
I know. Okay.
We got a rebound.
I don't know how we
Nas-
got away
Nas
with the
gets
ball there.
rebound. Yeah.
Good pass.
Good
Let's
pass
go.
from Trendon to Jeremy,
I'm
and that's a
sorry.
layup. Okay, now let me try and refresh. Don't touch anything. Let me just refresh because my stream paused for like 2 seconds for some reason. Ugh. Hate trying to get synced. It's the worst. So Blazers up 5, 149, 148, Eric. Somebody's slipping, sliding. 145. Hopefully we're synced.
D Ant.
Nope, we're not even close. Good D, Ant. Sick.
I feel like you're further away now.
Not a run. Maybe I just take out my headphone and we could just commentate on different legs. Dame drives, gets fouled. Okay, Dame's going to the free throw line. We have a chance to go up 7 with a minute and a half left. It looks like we might win this game. So I think we do a completely different stream for the post-game show. Okay? Because, you know, we have a post-game show for every game, so missing a post-game, dedicated post-game stream would be weird. But good D from Ant. Ant haters, did you see that defense? You like to say he never plays good defense. Did you see that defense? That was good defense by Ant. Good job, Ant.
About time.
We're better without Hart. 1-0 without Josh Hart. Cronin knows what he's doing, morons. We're 1-0 with Cam Reddish. Well, technically, Hart's still on the team, so it doesn't count, right? We don't have Reddish yet. Dame triple-double, second triple-dub of his career. 32, 12, and 10. This free throw will make it 33.
I missed Carson's donation earlier. He sent me a screenshot, but thanks, Carson.
He was, loving on you. Just kidding. I don't know why I said that. Up 7.
Carson could love on me. It's all good.
Yeah. Figured you
Nas on Poole.
Nas on Poole. Poole looking for DiVincenzo. DiVincenzo going to drive. Little floater. Off. I mean, we're getting stops late, which is nice. And out of bounds off DiVincenzo, who takes out a fan.
A little girl.
And then the fan behind her, like, pushed him off of her. That was weird. Wampet? What? Dame into the front court.
Dame has a triple-double, by the way.
Yeah, I just said that.
33, 10, and 12.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep.
Was that
pass to
not
Nas, open 3, off. Would have been a dagger.
You know Poole is driving there. You gotta stay in front of him.
Oh, Poole scored. Nice. I'm taking that fun out. Trapping. Watford ahead to Grant. Don't force. To Ant. Good pass underneath. That's a dunk for Nasir Little. Blazers up 7. 35 seconds left. I guess I should start getting the post-game thumbnail ready?
Yeah. Hey, so question. I haven't been able to listen to the audio, obviously.
Yeah.
Can someone in chat tell me, is Gary Payton just playing since he's starting like the beginning of the first and the third and then nothing else? Or did something happen to where he couldn't come back in? But that's my only concern with him starting, is if he's still on the minutes restriction, that he can only start at the beginning of the first and third quarters and then can't come back in. That's a little rough. It's like the Noah Vonleh, but he's actually like good.
Get used to winning now that Hart is gone. Bro, I'm so tired of your trolling.
Yep. Portland shot the 3 like crap and 20 turnovers and still winning.
How? Well, we're shooting 35 for 51 inside the arc, and we got to the line 30 times and have made 29 of our free throws. That's how.
Anthony says we should do more watch party streams. Yeah, it's just hard to like really focus on the game and do a good breakdown afterwards when we're watching.
Yeah, it's like 4.5 hours streaming straight. And getting synced is a problem, as you have been able to tell. Eric's been ahead of me. Skip past to DiVincenzo, set play. He gets a 3 off. Good. It's the best case scenario for Golden State. That's not what you wanted. And they're going to press, and we're going to have Grant handling the ball. He gives it to Ant. Blazers got to get it over. Blazers got to get it over. And they turn it over! DiVincenzo another 3. Off. But nobody ran back to get the rebound!
But they lost it out of bounds. Thankfully.
Oh my God. Why are you 3 not running back? Why are you 3 standing there? Like, oh my God, dude. That pisses me off. We're up 4. They're shooting a 3.
There's
with
3 people there.
20 seconds left, and 3 people are walking back. I mean, we got to set up.
Dame got back. No one else did.
Grant didn't, because of course not. I mean, we got to set up the floor better. Like, sure, blame Ant, but Ant was basically stuck because we gave Grant the ball and he's not going to break a press. And then Ant had 2 guys on him. Like, we weren't set up in our press break. That's not how it's supposed to be.
We would have given up the Reggie Miller 6 points in like 5 seconds if
God,
that went down.
Like, watch us just as the final gut punch tonight.
Lose, like giving up a 7-point lead with 30 seconds left.
Dude, did you see Nurkic's face? He knows he's gone.
Why'd he even show up to this game?
He wasn't smiling.
He only came to say goodbye to his teammates.
He knows he's, He wishes he was Hart. He would start for New York. Probably. Maybe. Mitchell Robinson's pretty good. Probably better fit.
He's hurt right now.
But he's always hurt. Yeah, exactly. So Blazers are going to inbound it. We'll see if they can actually hang on to the ball this time and then knock down a couple free throws. They've been phenomenal at the free throw line. 29 for 30 this game. Dame has like 16 of them because Dame's a free throw merchant.
Ant with 4 turnovers tonight definitely has to improve that. But like I just mentioned, this is his first bad turnover game in the last few years.
Now we have GP2 in to shoot free throws.
So he can come in?
Yeah, he can. I mean, does it count towards the minutes restriction if he just stands there and gets fouled, you know?
Or like 20 seconds.
Yeah, exactly.
But like you would think coming in after sitting for like an hour on the bench
Isn't the best
after
move.
playing yeah, that's how you re-injure stuff.
This game doesn't even feel like it happened.
Good job, Gary.
Good job, Gary. Like it's a chant.
I don't know what Draymond's doing. That's a 2.
That is a 2. They missed
I don't
it
know why
anyway.
the ref signaled 3.
Yeah. Because it's the Warriors. They get the benefit of the doubt. Like, they love shooting threes. I'm sure they shot a 3 there. Anyway, time to make a thumbnail.
Jordan Poole's going to go
What a
for the
pass.
stat pool, but no.
Why is he what is he doing? They hit a 3 too, but they have 0.6 left. Yeah, GG's. 125-122 final score. The Blazers win, get to 1 game under 500 on the day they traded Josh Hart. I mean, going into that 3-game road trip and the 2 games against the Bucks and Warriors, I was hoping for what, like 2-3? They went 3-2. Not too bad. Draymond hugging it up with Dame.
Draymond wishes he got traded to the Lakers so he could be with LeBron every day.
He says, "See you soon. We're trading Nurkic for Draymond." That's what we're doing.
Come get me. Who was that? Earl Thomas to the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah.
After he's like, come get me.
Anyway, okay, well...
it's not technically over yet. They're going to see if that foul took place before the buzzer.
It gives me more time for the thumbnail, actually.
Hey,
so
give
much more.
Ant some more points. Let's go.
Yeah, and thumbnail time. Except I have like a million Photoshop things open right now.
Dame triple-double. Josh Hart traded.
Yeah, what a game.
W. There it goes. Streamers coming down. That would be awkward.
Nope, they got to play out. They got to shoot the free throws.
That'd be so awkward if the streamers came
Shooting
down and they
through
had to like
the streamers. Okay, well, who should I put in the thumbnail? Dame for the Blazers and then Poole for the Warriors? Is that what we're thinking? Then Hart in the background?
I would just put Dame and Hart. Screw the Warriors.
I mean, I always put a player for the other
put Poole
team.
in the background then.
I always put a Poole. I have the Warriors logo, so what?
I know.
Yeah.
I just
That doesn't work with my setup. I mean, I'll try and find a picture of Poole looking sad, but I don't think he's ever looked sad in his life. There's one of him, there's 3 pictures of him sticking out his tongue in the first row of Google Images.
make your thumbnail a GIF or a GIF, and then also have him dancing with the score. Right now.
Imagine if you could do thumbnails as GIFs. Dude,
I
just
say
want
GIF. I know it's wrong.
Yeah, you're making me mess up. I want a picture of Jordan Poole looking sad. Okay, this is about as close as we'll get. Please tell me it's not a WebP file. It is. God dang. Okay, I'm screen capturing it because the certain file type doesn't work for Photoshop. Dame interview. Let's listen to it, I guess. You type in the tweet.
Yep.
Nice. We're gonna try and be quick with it. All right. Replace. Chat, do you guys want to see me make the thumbnail? It's nothing special. Did they ask Dame about Hart at all?
I don't think so.
Probably in his post-game press conference. Blazers win after Hart trade is going to be the tag. Da-da-da. Blazers with a heartbreaking win. Is that a good tag?
No. Because it wasn't heartbreaking.
Well, we're heartbroken because...
A heartless win.
Yeah. Well,
Blazers with a heartless win.
I like heart. When would it ever be a heartbreaking win, you know? This would be the time. Heartbreaking win, chat, yay or nay? Nice pun. Okay. Tag poll. Heartbreaking win or heartless win? Alright, there's your chat poll, chat.
Randall says, this channel gets pretty doom and gloomy, but it's very informative. Blazers are okay. We'll be okay. I mean, in our defense, we've been on this channel for 3 years. We started right after the Western Conference Finals run, and we've been basically a below 500 team since, like, scraping into the playoffs or not making the playoffs at all last year. Dame hurt. Wasted Dame's 3 straight, like, 30 points per game season. So, yeah. No. And then, you know, trade deadlines, we give away players and don't get much for them. But, yeah.
Yeah.
So
we're a reflection
it's hard not
of the
to be
team.
doomy and gloomy.
Yeah, we're a reflection of the team. Like, imagine if we went on a Western Conference Finals run with this channel. We would not be doom and gloom. I promise you that. All right, it looks like chat's going with heartless win. Eric, you won. Good job. Blazers with a heartless
How
win.
could you be so heartless?
Is that what you're going to serenade us with tonight?
No.
After your amazing
That's
performance?
That's I can't use that on Hart because we used to say that about Heartless.
I know.
Or I used to.
Hart makes...
I know.
Well, Heartless was his entire name, so...
George really wants to know, do you think OG is realistic?
Did he say that in all caps?
Yes, and he's done it several times. Realistic, no. Is there a chance? Maybe. I mean, we have an extra pick now, so it's possible to maybe lower the protections on another pick or, you know, free up some future picks or possibly get all their future picks back using that pick. So it's very possible. I just don't know how. I mean, it's going to be a lot harder to match salary unless it's included as part of this trade. So, yeah. Mo Bamba coming to PDX? No. Mo Bamba's not coming to PDX. Flip one of those Knicks minimums for a center, Nick Richards. Yeah, I mean, if the Charlotte Hornets want to trade Shvee for Nick Richards, I'm all for that, yeah. Do we still have that $3.5 million TPE? I hope not, because we should have used that to at least absorb one of the 2 minimum contracts today, so that we could, so we can create that $7 million TPE. I don't know if they're exactly minimums or not, but
yeah, like we'll see, like if this is the finalized trade, or maybe they bring another team into what they've already agreed on, or, you know, like there's potential moving parts because they do have to waive someone as part of this trade, and everybody who was playing tonight except for Greg Brown and Keon Johnson, they're not waiving Keon Johnson, so I'd guess it would be Greg Brown that would get waived. But
I mean, he's the only person that would.
I mean, but like until you hear him getting waived, it hasn't been finalized, you know.
Yeah.
So
Why?
who knows?
What we wouldn't just take another minimum unless it had to include two minimums, maybe. Uh,
I mean, but Svi's cap hit is 1.8, huh?
yeah.
And Reddish is making like 6 mil. But Svi's actual salary is like 2 mil. I forget what I had it on the sheet. I've tried to put 1.8 mil for cap hits.
It might be like 100,000 too short.
Yeah.
So they might have had to include both.
Yeah.
So yeah, if that's the case, wouldn't you think Greg Brown would just be going back to them in this trade then?
Yeah, you would think. I mean, that's the thing, is there's still stuff to figure out with this trade. That's not why I'm not ready to write it off like something might not get tacked on.
Will Reddish play next game? Still a lot to be determined on that. One, when this trade is actually official. Two, we don't know if he's going to be a Blazer or if he's going to be shipped to another team. But yeah. I mean, assuming the trade's official tomorrow morning, he comes here and passes a physical either tomorrow or Friday morning. He should be able to play Friday, but the Blazers don't play again until Monday after Friday, so more likely it would be Friday or Monday that he would play. Another debut for our watch party. If you're interested in coming and watching the Blazers take on the Jared Vanderbilt, D'Angelo Russell, and who else? And Malik Beasley, LeBron James, and Anthony Davis Lakers on Monday. Come hang out with us in person and watch the game and stick around for the live in-person live stream post-game show in which, assuming we don't have like 100 people, we'll let people on to ask questions.
Yep. Watch party tickets are in the description box below. If they're not for some reason, let me know and I can get a link real quick. But they should be. I just reused the same description. So yeah, you can buy those. I mean, that's going to be an event now.
Jared Vanderbilt's going to make Laker fans think he's a sniper when he plays us.
I know, yeah. How many more times do we have to play Jared Vanderbilt?
We don't have Nurk, though, to leave him wide open in the corners.
True. I mean, that's a pretty important game to win. Who do we play next?
On Friday?
Yeah.
We play... Good question. Why am I blanking?
I can look. We play OKC.
OKC.
So, I mean, that's winnable for sure. Get back to 500. I mean, it's just so weird with this trade. It's like, how serious are we about winning? You know, it's just.
Can Portland get Nas Reed tomorrow? I mean, if we give up that first
number of guys, yes.
If we give up that first round pick, probably. I don't know.
Yeah. Like, if you're asking, can Portland get a guy, unless it's like somebody that making $40 million, the answer is probably yes. They hypothetically could, but probably not. Damn, I'm gonna miss Hart, man. That sucks. It's so crazy. It feels like, just the other day we were talking about how we wanted him on this team, and
I feel like it was. We're planning to go live at 8 a.m. Pacific time tomorrow morning.
Yep. Between 8 and 8:30 at this point. Might be slightly later considering we've already made our move.
Well, what if we have news on?
Then we'll go live.
Yeah.
I'll be.
But yeah.
This thumbnail's a banger, by the way.
Well, yeah, sometime between 8 and 8:30 then. And then I'll be ready to go at 7:10. So whenever you're ready, Tori. And then, we usually stick around about an hour or so after the deadline, make sure there's no last minute trades that get announced, and then just kind of recap the day. It's going to be a lot of fun. Probably about 5 hour stream.
Yep.
Yeah.
So after this, we're gonna do a short post-game show. It's probably just gonna be Eric. I gotta build graphics and do things. I'll do the intro and the Bet Online thing and all that, and then
just whenever you have the link, I'm ready.
yeah, I'm gonna make the stream while we're live. I've never tried to do that before. Let's see if it's possible. Even it is possible. Okay, cool. First Golden State Warriors. Alright, let me type the description.
I hate when I get typed on Discord, but I can't find because it's like so long.
What was the final from this game?
It was... I just clicked off of it for some reason. 125 to 122.
Alright. Oh wait, I have to save the thumbnail. Oh wait, I didn't update the bottom. February 8th. Game 55. Now we'll post the link to that stream in stream chat. What's chat saying, Eric?
I don't know. What's the rule for flipping Reddick with a third team? We got JJ Reddick now? Oh. Reddish. Yeah. Well, until this trade is finalized and like actually official, there's no kind of rule for flipping. But once the trade's official, he could only be traded by himself tomorrow. So we could add him to say Nas and Simon or Nas and Winslow to get up to like OG's contract or something. Like
hypothetically, he could be traded separately as another player in the same deal. So it's kind of weird wording, but yeah, you can't combine the salary to match anything.
But that's why I'm saying, like, a lot of players, if they're making more than that $7 million, are going to be tough for the Blazers to trade for. I mean, they could still trade out like Keon and Winslow or whatever, but
let's see who can get the first comment on this stream. That is our stream link for the postgame show. We got 450 people in here, but we're doing a new stream for the postgame show. If you want thoughts on this trade, we gave them for like the first half of this, and then it became a watch party, and now it becomes a postgame show. It's a triple whammy. So just posted the link in chat for our postgame show link. We're going to just literally switch right over to that, and then tomorrow morning, trade deadline stream, of course. So, but we'll talk a little bit more about this trade in here, but Eric's going to be mostly solo for this stream as I got to work on some things. So I just wanted to have a dedicated post-game stream as part of, since we have a post-game every single game. So it'd be weird to have one missing. Anyway, this has been a trade reaction and watch party brought to you by Bet Online. Use the promo code BELIEVE, BOEAV, for a 50% reward bonus if you want to have some fun getting on some action. Definitely consider them because they've been a huge support all year long. All-Star game coming up. Prop bets for Super Bowl. NASCAR is starting soon. Daytona 500.
Maestro was the winner, by the way.
Maestro. Shout out Maestro for being the first comment. And then one final dono at the buzzer from Boom with a $5 dono. Says, gonna miss Hart, man. Love the dog in him. Cronin better have more up his sleeve. I'm anxious. I'm feeling real nervous for tomorrow. That is exactly what I'm feeling, Boom. I'm right there with you, man. Thank you for the dono. Appreciate it. With that being said, that's a wrap for this trade reaction. Blazers trade Josh Hart to the Knicks for Cam Reddish and a first-round pick and minimum contracts. If there's no follow-up move, I'm unhappy. If there is a follow-up move, this could be a good move to set it up. We'll see. Anyway, we're out of here. We'll catch you in a minute on the post-game show. Until then, as always, peace out. Go Blazers.